about set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At their own 20-yard line. They'll run here with a rookie. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll... It whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 14 yards. And the Vikings first down. A run for Weber. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Brings up 2nd and 8. Here's McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To the air with McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 3rd and short. 3 yards to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Here's Weber. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 27. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Hurts sets up to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Puka Nacua, 28 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 2 at their own 27-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Going up top for Miller. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Looking to throw McCarthy. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Weber. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. George Pickens, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
21-0 our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it second down and 12. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's third down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This is 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And it's third down.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Offense was moving it a little bit out back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
63.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from the 20. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Eagles 7. Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a pickup of 6.
Throwing is McCarthy. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
At the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Second handoff. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. 36-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try to wait.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Williams loses the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he's got this to Jefferson. Down the left sideline. Justin Jefferson. And he's in for the touchdown. The final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Matthew Wright set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Second and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Yeah, really, I should probably start a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's another first down, as this time they get an even 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 30 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it will bump the lead up to 26. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And shoves him off at the 20. And good coverage there on special teams, as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
It's fourth down.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. They're going on fourth down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Hawk 70, Hawk 60 Mavericks, 79 Broncos.
On play action, now McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Targets Miller here on the out route. He's got him. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Ball at the 23, second and 8. Now back to throw. Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Eagles 23. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Got an open man, it's Pickens. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he has another 1st down as they get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
21-yard line.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's McCarthy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 8 yards out. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Great. Set. Motion.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brings up 3rd down.
No touch.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, Eagles.
In motion, it's Miller. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 4th down. It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
24-yard gain on the play. And an Eagle first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Jamal Dean. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass complete there to Nakua. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That's another Vikings first down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Throwing is McCarthy. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Brings up third and goal.
19 Lions, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now McCarthy. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on
When's the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.